should.
All right, everything's coming out now. We're doing this.
I'm just gonna piggyback off you, big guy.
All right. We're very organized this morning.
Good morning. Good Saturday morning, everybody.
Hey, we're back.
Welcome back to what is this show called again?
Saturday Sales Training. Let me get this thing shared. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Sales Training. Appreciate it if you're getting on. Do us a big favor. You guys know the rules, right? If you're in here, I see everybody on the phone.
Did everybody like, comment, share?
Share. You got to share so to see let's see.
Everybody.
There's about 10 people in here. We should have 10
right.
shares on this bad boy right now. You guys know the rules. If you're on here, really appreciate it. Happy Saturday. Please do us a huge favor, like, comment, and share this stream. So, welcome. Yes, absolutely. My apologies. My apologies. I'm so sorry. You guys probably have no idea who I am. I wouldn't expect you to know who I am. I haven't done a good enough job. My name is Josh Harrell. I am. I work for the GTT team. As a matter of fact, I'm 20 years old,
wow.
and I'm doing real estate. So,
wow, so
and this man right here is my mentor.
Well,
Introduce
you,
yourself.
Josh. Hello, everybody. I am Drew Kilgore. I'm working with the GoodTimeTommy team. My mentor, Tommy Davidson, back there. How long have we been at this stuff, Josh?
Oh man, I've
almost
been 2.5 years.
A little tip I'm going to give y'all. Whenever you're giving any information, you go from a high pitch to a low pitch is uncertainty. You probably don't. I'm 20 years old. Did y'all notice how quiet he got when he said I'm 20
My conviction left my body.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you.
Why are you ashamed of it?
That's right. I have no reason to be.
So whenever you say stuff like that, I'm listening. And I'm dropping with you. I'm like melting to the ground.
I got you. Well, let me restart. I'm Josh Harrell. I'm 20 years old. I work for the GTT team. Hey, this is going to be the best damn show you watch all week, so get ready.
I like that.
This is my boy, Drew. Introduce yourself, Drew.
How's it going? I'm Drew Kilgore. Been with the GoodTimeTommy team for, how long have we been here, Josh?
Pushing 2.5, almost 3 years.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's rolling along almost 3 years. This
That's
is year 3 in the biz.
Year 3 in the biz, man. Year 3, it's very tough.
Let me ask you something. How much better have you gotten since, just from year 1 to year 2, how much better have you gotten?
On a scale from 1 to 10, whenever I first got here, I was probably at a 1. I'd say right now I'm at a 2, maybe a 3.
You double. So look, whenever you're doing a sales show in the future, know this: what gets people's attention is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the problems people have. What were the problems that you had whenever you started off in this?
I couldn't close myself. That was the big thing. Everybody thinks, oh, you got to close other people to make a lot of money. No, the reason that you can't close other people is because you can't close yourself.
Now tell me what you mean by that. What do you mean by closing yourself?
Right.
How many times are you closing yourself a day? What are you doing?
Well, first off, how the hell am I going to get somebody else to do something if I can't even get myself to do something?
Exactly.
Whether it be waking up early in the morning, whether it be going to the gym, eating the right food, not eating junk food, no cheat meals during the day, treating people the right way, doing the prospecting that you say you're going to. I mean, there's probably, I would say, I counted up the other day, there's 12 targets that I hit every single day. 12 targets.
Goals that you set.
Non-negotiable.
12 of them that you have to do every day.
Non-negotiable, yes. 12 targets every single day.
It's a lot of responsibility for a little old 20-year-old. Well, I agree with you, man. I think one of the big things is whenever you set these little targets that you have to do daily, they're non-negotiables. I feel like whenever you wake up, you know you got to do them. You write them down, you see them, and then at the end of the day, when you go back and you look over this checklist that you got of goals that you hit, what does it build?
A lot of courage, a lot of confidence, and a lot of commitment.
I feel like one of the main things that really helps you close other people, get better at what you're doing, is having that confidence.
That's right.
Having that courage.
That's exactly
right. To ask for that close, to get these closes, you got to have courage. It's not always easy. You can't just come in here. I mean, some people can. Like we've seen Hayden and Noah, they picked up on it real quick. They built that courage, and now, they're rolling through these closes.
Yeah. Well, courage. The definition of courage is doing something that you really don't want to do, that you're scared of, but doing it anyway. So some mornings I don't want to wake up, but I do it anyway. I mean, I wouldn't say that takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot more commitment to do that. But like role playing, getting up here, getting on the camera, it's scary to some people. Some people don't like all the attention. but courage is doing it anyway. So yeah, that's what we're building up. So let's talk about closing. We're not talking about closing ourselves this morning. We're talking about sales, what it takes to close other people, which obviously the first one is you got to close yourself. But we're going to talk about sales. Whether you're selling cars, my man Nathan, whether you're selling shoes, whether you're selling houses, whether you're selling insurance, it does not matter. All sales are the same. So listen up. Requirements for closing the sale, by the way, all this is coming from Cardone University.
The man,
The
GC.
myth, the legend, GC. So the reason, number one requirement for closing the sale, you have to have the decision maker. Do you guys know what the decision maker is? New guy?
Who makes the decision?
That's the person who makes the decision.
That's right.
The one person that makes the decision. Now, can there be two decision makers?
Nope.
There can't be? A husband and a wife, you don't think both of them can be
There
decision
could
makers?
be.
No.
I feel like ultimately,
I don't think there can be.
ultimately it's one.
It's ultimately one. It's one person. I mean, obviously,
Husband and wife, and
there's
sometimes
one
it's-
decision maker, but there's an influencer.
There is an influence.
There's an influencer.
I was about to say, can there be someone behind the scenes maybe influencing this decision?
That's right. Don't get it twisted. There's one decision maker, but there can be an influencer as well. So you got to have the decision maker. Find out, sir, if this was perfect and you wanted it, would you buy it? Well, I've got to ask my wife. He's not the decision maker. Who's the decision maker in that scenario?
He's an old lady.
The old lady.
She
That's
wears
exactly
she,
right.
She wears the pants.
That's exactly
You
right.
gotta find out who wears the pants
Who is
in this
Or John.
transaction.
Zena or John? Hey, always Zena. So the decision maker, number one, that's why you got to have. That's a requirement to close a sale. Number two, the wherewithal. Who has the money? Do they have the money? Do they have the funds in their pocket? How many times do you feel like a lot of people inquire about something whenever they are not financially stable enough to afford it?
All the time.
That's one thing you got to find out as a salesperson. Now, obviously, treat everybody like they're a millionaire. Treat
Yeah.
everybody like they have the money. But, I mean, are you going to get a sale if nobody has money?
Absolutely not.
No. You got to make sure the person has the money. Number three.
Flying through these bad boys.
We'll fly through because we're just doing the requirements and then we're going to do the reasons.
Gotcha, okay.
So number three, you got to be sold on your own product. A lot of people, and I get this myself. I am 20 years old. I have not bought a house yet, but because I don't have the credit, I don't have that built up yet. But as soon as I do, as soon as I get a pre-qual, I'm boom buying a house.
You pulling the trigger?
As soon I don't give a shit what the house looks like. I'm buying that damn thing. So
Building assets.
you got to be sold on your product. What did you use to sell cars? So were you sold? Did you buy a car from your own dealership? You did? Okay. Well, hey, you're a step ahead of people who didn't. You know, that's something that you can always fall back on. Dude, I bought a car from this dealership last week. And this is how I felt. And I understand how you're feeling. Let's do it anyway.
But do you believe it's kind of hard to, be sold on the product that we're in? Like, have you ever sold a house that you're like, that was a shithole?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. But
Then
you
how
know,
are you sold on the product? Did you get your people to be sold on the product, or?
that's right. You got to be sold on your
Yeah.
people's decision. That's a
Mhm.
that's a good point you made there.
There you go.
You're not just sold on the product, the house, because we sell houses. You're sold on the person's decision that they're
Yep.
making.
Fixing their problem.
If they exactly
You're
right.
leading
If they
them
love
to
the
make-
house, it's their.
You're
theirs.
leading them to make the most informed decision, and that's how they make that decision.
That's
How they
right.
feel best about that decision they're making.
That's right. Number
Scott
4.
Hubert, thank you for getting on.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do
I'm
us a
kinda
favor,
neglected.
like and share, please. We would greatly appreciate it.
All right, number 4. Not only do you have to be sold on the product, but you got to be sold on yourself. You got to make sure that you feel like you're able to do this yourself. If you don't believe in you, do you think anybody else will?
No, absolutely,
not. The salesperson makes or breaks the sale. And if the salesperson does not believe in themselves, they ain't selling. I'm sorry, but you ain't selling a damn thing.
That's where those 2 C's come into play.
That's exactly right. That's exactly
Courage
right.
and confidence.
So we're just going to go ahead and get to the last one. The last point, the last requirement, urgency. You need urgency to sell. A lot of people, Noah, I feel like he's the damn best at bringing in urgency in a sale. Like a situation we had the other day, these people, they wanted to buy the house. And obviously, the first thing you need to buy a house is a pre-qual. Well, we're trying to get the house before it even went on the market. It was going on the market the next day. Dude was over there. We have our mortgage people next door. He was over there beating them up. I need this pre-qual. Come on, give me this pre-qual. And
Sign the
got
damn letter.
Exactly, we got it. So urgency. I'd say that's one of the most important requirements to close a sale. Is urgency.
What kills all deals?
Time kills all deals. If you
Yep.
if you place time with a decision, there's no decision. Decision's
Absolutely.
dead. Their decision is going to be no.
Dead in the water.
Give me an example, Drew, one time that you put in time with the decision and it ended up just completely
Are you
failing.
talking about me as a person or me like as a real estate transaction?
As a real estate transaction, salesperson, whatever.
I mean, even going back to that, I've had, in this market, you have no time to wait at all. That house that you see that just popped up on Real Tracks, I guarantee you, before it pops up, it already has an offer on it. So,
Oh, yeah.
with that being said, you got to hurry up. I had a deal, just waiting on pre-qual letters is one big thing.
Yeah.
Trying to get your people to, submit all their documents, get everything in they need to get in. And, if they don't get it in time, you can't put that offer in. Well, you can put the offer in, and hopefully you're smooth enough to talk the agent
Yeah.
and, see if they'll accept your offer without a pre-qual.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Noah. But, just stalls like that are going to set you back so much just because as urgent as you got to be in this market, it don't take long at all for that house to be gone like that.
That's right. I feel like every house, before it even gets on the market, sold.
I had one last Saturday actually when I had COVID. My client was like, I don't care. Show me this house in the morning. I set it up. It was a coming soon. No showings on Friday. I wake up. We're set to see it at 8 a.m. Saturday morning.
Sold.
I wake up, headed there at 7:30. I'm not a morning person as it is, so I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I check on Real Tracks I'm already, left my house 10 minutes down the road, and I'm like, damn, I need to get this address. Pull up Real Tracks.
Under contract.
Under fucking contract.
That's the worst feeling ever.
So angry.
I hate
so
that.
angry.
Meta Zach asked, "Is that a Bitcoin sweater?" I don't know which sweater. Mine or Drew's. Mine's a Boston Bruins sweater. Pretty badass.
Boston Bitcoins.
Boston Bitcoins. All right, so we got on the requirements to close a sale. Now, let's give out the reasons why closers fail, why people cannot close a sale. So, number one, what is the number one reason why every single person does not close a sale?
Don't ask.
They don't
There you
ask.
go, Liliana.
There
you
Miss
go.
Closer. They don't ask. The people don't ask for business. Number one mistake that people make is they don't ask the person they're trying to sell to buy the product they're trying to sell. Because I guarantee a lot of the times the person that's presenting the product has a sale already. They just don't ask. They don't they don't ask them to write the offer. They don't ask them to buy the product.
What do you think that is? What do you think people
It comes down to one thing: lack of courage. They're scared. You know what it takes to sell real estate?
A lot of courage.
A lot of courage.
brass
A
balls?
set of brass balls. A lot of courage. You got to have a lot of courage to ask somebody to buy something from you. A lot of people. Another thing. Why do people? Why are people scared? Obviously they're scared, but why are they scared?
Rejection.
They're scared of rejection. They're scared that they don't want to intrude on that person. They don't want to, come across as that slithery salesperson.
Yep.
Everybody's a salesperson, dude. Everybody's a salesperson.
But why is your, as your job, as your obligation to help people, make an informed decision? I just don't get how some people are scared to ask for that close.
Yeah, because they are scared to ask that. It all goes back to their past. Growing up, they were scared to ask for stuff. Whenever they asked for something, whenever kid asked for candy, Mom, can I have this candy bar? No, shut up. Get in the car. Get in your car seat, Billy, dumbass. You know what I mean? Like that's how the kid gets so discouraged whenever he asks for that thing. He gets told no, and it's all that.
Yeah, like
It
that.
bleeds in. It translates into the sales world. Hey, sir, would you like to buy this product? No.
Billy.
I'm never gonna. No, Billy, dumbass. Okay.
Or-
Sorry, sir. I'll
or-
never ask again.
Or when you were asking Zena out too.
That's exactly right.
How many
yeah.
times did she deny you?
I think.
Still denied.
Still denied.
Yeah, I was about to say I still get denied by her. No, but I mean plenty of times. You don't get everything the first time you ask.
But what'd you do? You kept.
Number
leads,
two.
leads to number two.
Pressure. You
Kept
got to
that pressure on.
pressure people, not pressure them, but pressure. A lot of people perceive pressure as a bad thing. Pressure's not a bad thing. You know what pressure makes?
Diamonds.
Diamonds. Pressure makes diamonds. Whenever somebody knows it's the right thing, and would you pressure somebody if you knew it was the wrong thing for them?
No.
Absolutely not. You pressure them if you knew it was the right thing for them. Sir, this is the best product that you could buy. You know it's a great investment. You know that the last thing that's going to happen is you're going to lose money on this. Let's do it. It's the right product for you. Let's do it.
Nothing. One of my favorites is whenever you get into the close. Like whenever I get done with my trial close, I go, "So have you seen enough to make a decision?"
Mm-hmm.
And they sit there and they're looking at me. It's just a weird, awkward silence. I'm looking at him, I'm like, what do you think?
Pressure.
Whoever talks first loses.
That's right. Whoever talks first loses. The old Wolf of Wall Street. But no, pressure. People perceive pressure as a bad thing. Just know, guys, pressure is probably the best thing that you could hope for in sales, because pressure makes diamonds. Pressure will lead you to the sale. All right?
Absolutely.
Number 3. We're going through these pretty quick, so make sure you got your notebook. Number 3, unwillingness to deal with emotions. I'm not the best at this. Perfect example. Noah had a lady screaming at him the other day on the phone. She had a lot of emotions running through her body. She had a lot of, stuff going on within herself.
She screamed at me too.
She screamed at Drew. She screamed at the whole office. She screamed. She was very emotional. A lot of people get emotional in these situations where, something does not go their way. Noah, as a salesperson, ma'am, I completely understand. That's my fault. I understand 100% where you're coming from with the straight face. He didn't go, oh, well, no, why are you screaming at me? No. This is your fault. This is not my fault. This is your fault. He didn't do that. Ma'am, I completely understand. It's my fault. That's what he did. And I don't know if the problem got resolved, but as a salesperson, that is the best way. That's the best way to close somebody's flat line emotion.
No, you just got to let them, especially whenever you're dealing with people who are very heated, which, this is the biggest investment people are ever going to make in their house. But we're in a house is the biggest investment their whole life. So, there's a lot of emotions, a lot of stuff that goes on in these deals. So, like, I had a guy, remember that guy who was literally on the phone just giving it to me for an hour? I swear it was an hour straight. I was like, hey, I completely understand. I get it. I apologize. I'm sorry. I get it.
I remember you telling me about that.
I'm sitting there with him on speaker. You just got to let him continue to run. I've never had someone run and not run out of steam for a whole hour, but this guy did. I felt like he was still mad after the phone call. He's still texting me.
It's like a train.
But, eventually, people will run out of steam, but you got to stay so lasered locked in and not get off of, let your emotions go, that you got to stay locked in with them and just, hey, I get it. I understand. Just be there with them. Empathize.
Empathize.
You got to empathize.
What is another place that this bleeds into? Relationships.
Yes.
Your girlfriend,
Everywhere.
your boyfriend, whoever.
Life.
So you got to be a rock. Another person. Because as soon as you start back, you go against each other and it blows up. So you got to be that rock. You got to be emotionally flat.
A big thing is people always want to be right.
That's exactly right.
I could have, because I didn't agree with what the lady was saying the other day. I didn't agree whatsoever, and I felt like I was completely in the green. I was right, but I didn't tell her that. I agreed with her. She was right.
Yep.
So people have to get over that thought that they always got to be right.
That's right.
You don't necessarily want to be right, but you want to get what you want to get.
Yeah.
So.
If somebody were pissed off because they thought that the sky was green, and you knew for a fact that the sky was blue, but they're screaming at you because of it, as a salesperson, you have to be. Look, I get you. I understand how you could see that the sky is green. I mean, at one point I did too, but that's not the case.
Well, shit, they might be colorblind.
That's
Josh.
exactly right. You never know.
They may see a green sky. You never know.
Never know. All right, number 4, lack of belief in the product. So this is a reason why closers fail is because they don't believe in what they're selling. You got to have, this is where conviction comes from. Like Tommy was saying earlier, I didn't have enough conviction whenever I was introducing myself. Hi, I'm Josh. I'm 20 years old. I work for the GoodTimeTommy team. I didn't have enough conviction because I didn't believe in what I was saying. He made me believe in it. Hi, I'm Josh. I'm 20 years old. I work for the GoodTimeTommy team. It's a lot more conviction because I believe in it.
Absolutely. And the more conviction, the more confidence you bring, the more believable, the more trustworthy you seem to people that you're selling.
Exactly.
So
right.
the more conviction and confidence, I believe confidence plays into everything in the sales cycle. If you don't talk with confidence, if you don't, bring that conviction, no one's going to trust you. No one's going to, go for your closes and, things of that nature. So.
Exactly right. I think the best example we can bring in here is Weatherman. He works in the office, a.k.a. the Weatherman. He has the most conviction, the most confidence I've ever seen somebody just reflect out. Just because he believes in so much of what he's saying, even if he's wrong. He could be wrong about the most obvious thing and make me believe that he's right.
Could sell ice to an Eskimo.
I mean, it's very, very impressive. But we're running out of time. Number 5, incorrect estimation of effort. This is a big one. A lot of new people, a lot of the new agents, myself, I did this. I underestimated the amount of effort it took to become a really good closer. Now, what does it take to become a really good closer?
Experience.
Kind of. You can.
What do we do every day?
Yeah.
Training.
Training. What else?
Role playing.
Repetition.
Role playing. Constant training of role playing, making sure the words that you're saying are very, very clear to the buyer's ears. It's not. Yeah, I underestimate. I thought at one point whenever I first started, I could say everything and they would understand, and it sounded probably to them like I was a damn mute person. I couldn't talk. I mean, I'm serious. That's how it is. So make sure you don't underestimate the amount of work that it takes to, become a clear communicator. Number 6, you're too reasonable. You're way too reasonable. This is one thing that I struggled with too. I still struggle with sometimes is I'm too reasonable. Sir, I'm busy right now. Okay, what time can I give you a call back? That's just being reasonable.
Soft.
That's being reasonable. Sir, if you were busy, why'd you answer the phone? Why are you talking to me right now if you're busy? That's not being reasonable. That's being logical. There's a big difference between being reasonable and logical. So don't be reasonable. Be logical. If you bring reason into anything, you're really not going to get what you want. You're not going to be a closer.
Absolutely.
Number 7, they have no financial plan. Now, a lot of people might misinterpret this. Financial plan being your goal. How much money do you want to make? You got to have a financial plan in place because closers, they're looking at that goal. If you look at the goal, it'll help you be unreasonable.
Is that why you write down your daily goals?
I write down my goals every single day. I have 7 goals.
You have yearly goals too?
Yearly goals.
You write them down?
I write them down every single day. Every day. Twice. One in the morning, one at night. I'd be more than happy to share them with you too. You got to be open about your goals. I want to make $12 million in a year one day. Net.
12?
12 million in a year.
Why'd you choose 12?
I want to make $1 million a month.
Ah.
You remember Jordan Belfort? I think he said
53 a year.
I think he said, I made $51 million this year, and that really pissed me off. Because I was just $1 million shy of making $1 million a week. So I want to make $12 million. That's just one of my goals. If you want to know all my goals, let me know.
Let's hear it.
All of them? Okay, perfect. All right.
You want a yacht?
I want to. No. You got to be. And another thing about your goals, you have to be extremely specific about them. Whenever you're writing down your goals. So I want to make $12 million in a year net income, $50 million gross. I want to have $150 million in real estate assets. I want to have a 120-foot yacht, not just a yacht. I want to have a 120-foot yacht.
Does it have a helicopter on top?
Sure does. Sure does.
Yeah.
I want a fat-ass helicopter, too. I want to have a happy marriage with Zena. I want to retire my parents. By retiring my parents, I mean I want to hand them $500,000 each. So $1 million in total. I want to have $50,000 a month in passive revenue, passive income. And I want to have my own real estate company with 150 employees.
Nice.
Those are my 7 goals.
Very specific.
Can
I
I
like
work
it.
for you?
Bye, Tommy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, did you guys see how clear and how I know my goals? My goals are extremely, I thought them through, I thought them out. You need to have your goals.
What color carpets in the yacht?
Ooh, black.
Black.
So that way if I spill my whiskey, it don't stain.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. All right, so number 8, handling objections that are only complaints. A lot of people will complain to you. Sir, I'm not interested in that product. That could be a complaint. That could be them just trying to get you off the phone. That could be them not really interested in what you're selling them. I understand, sir.
Would you do it anyway?
Would you do it anyway? No, what you would say, I understand, sir. I wouldn't expect you to be interested in something that you had no idea about. Now, can I get 30 seconds of your time? I promise I'll make it quick. Metazac pandemic of 1617. That's right, my friend.
Hey, my wife's on here. Hey, Samantha Kilgore.
Hello. All right, number 9, shortage of closing material. Not enough people have enough closes. A lot of people think, okay, I can just, what's your number 1 closing question?
Are you
Yeah, I'm
asking
asking
me? Have you seen enough to make a decision?
Have you seen enough to make a decision?
I know it seems short and straight to the point, but I've done enough work in my trial close that I know whenever I ask that, It's either a yes or a no.
That's exactly right. And a lot of people think, have you seen enough to measure? They think one close is all they need. One close is not all you need. You need a lot more than just one close. You need to have probably, I'd say, about 20 closes in your pipeline that you can bring out in different situations. So shortage of closing material. Number 10, incorrect barrier to the close. They have no idea why they can't close. Not what you think the reason why the person didn't buy. It's not what you think. So a lot of people would say, oh, they didn't buy because they didn't have money in their pocket. Well, they probably lied to you. They had money in their pocket. It was the wrong time for them. Or it was the wrong product that you're trying to sell them. Or, they're just scared to make the decision.
How many reasons?
There's 4 reasons.
What are they?
4 reasons.
Tell me.
4 reasons why somebody will not buy a product. Time. It's the wrong time for them. It's not the right. Maybe
Money.
it could be something in their life, just not the right time for them. Money. They don't have the finances. They don't have enough money in their pocket. They can't get a loan for something. Pretty self-explanatory. Product. They're on the wrong product. Some people might want, in this market, real estate-wise, some people might want to buy a house that's already existing.
Yep.
The problem with that is there's a lot of people wanting to buy the same house. You get outbidded. It's just really, it's the wrong product. You need to go new
It could be a lot
construction.
of different things.
It could be a lot of different things, yes. But, for that instance, new construction would be a solution.
Yep.
And then last but not least, stall. You're just scared to make the decision. You're scared. You're a very scared decision maker.
You've gotten so sharp.
What do people do with those? They mislead you and
That's exactly right. They will lie.
Lie to you.
They would lie. You can say they lied to you.
Meta Zach Drew with the stats. To be in the top 1%, you need a net worth of $13 million and average annual income of $1 million.
That's right. I'm not shooting for the 1%. I'm shooting for the 0.1%.
Yeah.
That is Zach. So that's just my my outlook on it. But yeah, that's right. Top 1%, you got to make $1 million a year. But yeah, so a lot of people think that the reason that they don't close is for some other reason that the prospect or the buyer told them. So those are the 10 reasons why closers fail. And we're going to wrap the show up. So hey, new guys, the new guys that are in here, give me one reason why closers fail.
Money. Oh wait, why closers fail?
Why closers fail?
They don't believe in what they're selling.
There you go. Good.
Their confidence.
Confidence. Okay. They don't believe. Yeah. What's the number one reason? What's the number one reason why closers fail?
Don't ask.
They don't
Yeah.
attempt to close. I would say if you guys had to take one thing away from this, bottom
Liliana.
line, closers fail because they don't attempt to close. Everybody,
ask for the daggum close.
ask for the business.
You're already there. You might as well.
Yeah, shit.
You're
What's the
deep.
worst thing that could happen? They say no.
Yeah.
No, the worst thing that could happen is you're gonna die. Are you gonna die from asking that question? No. So do it anyway.
We hope y'all got some from this show. Tune in next Saturday. What time are we doing it now? 9:30?
9:30.
Is that what we're
9:30.
doing?
I think we used to do it at 10. We're doing it 9:30.
Next Saturday, 9:30. We'll be here, same time, same place. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you have questions about how to be a better closer, drop them in the comments. We always look at this shit.
That's right, yeah.
So stay on it. Let us know. We're here to answer your
We'll
questions.
help you out. All right, guys. Thank you. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend.
Y'all have a great day.
Great show, fellas.
How long was that?
Almost fucking 30 minutes.
Tu padre.